couple days ago, I told you I was headed to D.C. I was going to the White House for what's called a press hard pass, and this is exactly what a hard pass is. It's a card, but I can present this at the White House, at the Secret Service, at the White House, and I don't need an appointment. I don't need to have someone come and get me, which you normally have to do for media people. You have to be brought in by somebody. You have to have a reason for being there, an invite. This allows me just to show up if there's going to be a big briefing or someone's in town. I can go, and I have access as a member of the press also because I've known these folks, these people in the press for a very long time. Interestingly enough, I had a 4-year hard pass when Trump was president in 2016 to 2020. The minute Biden got elected, they pulled my hard pass. I mean, same press guy. They pulled it. So they put their people in. There's only a certain amount of hard passes. Somewhere around 1,400, I believe. I'm not sure. Total in the world. So I had one. They pulled it. And, 3 weeks into Trump, I got my hard pass. But I wanted to take you through the process. It was really a fascinating day yesterday in D.C. So I show up and outside the White House and ready to go in and roll the first one, please. Another security. Still this is the big fence around the front of the White House. You see, but they're doing a lot of construction over here. Looks like they've taken that over. The White House compound has now taken it under their wing. This is the second Secret Service security check. Now, if you remember, that fence right there is where some people have tried to scale a fence, and Secret Service attacks them and jumps on them and whatnot. Now, what it looks like is they're going to take the area in front of the fence. There used to be like this little courtyardy area. A lot of protesters would do protests right out to that area right there. And remember, Trump walked from the White House to the church, the one day holding the Bible. He walked through there. I believe they're going to take that area as part of the White House compound, meaning you need a pass to get in from there, just making the place more secure. Very good idea. So I get through Secret Service. I don't have my hard pass yet. Went through the process, and then I get to the other side of Secret Service. Roll the next one. All right, so this is the area they call Pebble Beach. Again, that's the Eisenhower building where a lot of the offices are, staffers, advisors, aides, whatnot. There's the White House right here. It's only about a 150-yard walk. This is the area we call Pebble Beach, where all the broadcast networks, cable networks, do their stand-ups. Slots each one, all the camera crew, equipment. And again, you can see, I'd say about a dozen of them or so. They're assigned to various networks. And you can see how close it is to the West Wing. That's the West Wing of the White House. The president's inside because you see the Marine guarding the door. He only guards the door when the president is in the West Wing. Specifically, the Oval Office is in the West Wing. So that. And there's the briefing room down there. So, White House, briefing room, West Wing, Eisenhower. So pretty fascinating, right? So this whole complex, the EOG, the Eisenhower building, houses most of the aides. The upper level, the senior staff, call the president's inner circle, have offices in the West Wing, which the Oval Office is attached to the West Wing. And as I said, you know when the president's in that area, in the West Wing, when the guard is at the door. When there's a Marine guard at the door, sometimes there's two. But if he's not there, then there's no guard at the door. But every time that president is in that building, in that portion of the building, there's a guard at the door. And then you can see about 100 yards off to the other side, you have the White House. So it's all really connected. Inside, now I get my hard pass. Here's inside the EOG building. So here we are, the halls of the Eisenhower building. All the way down there, look what we got. We got the White House press pass. Hard pass to the White House. I can present it. Just come to the gate. And the fascinating thing about that building, it's got to be over 100 years old. The floor is amazing. It's marble floor. It's so worn. I could just imagine the politicians, the presidents and staffers and just major names that have just walked those hallways. It just feels historic while you're in that building. It's not a pretty building. I mean, it's old and dark and clearly not, made of the same construction material as new buildings, but man, it's just chock full of history. And then as I'm walking out, this is funny. I was walking into the building to get my pass, hard pass, and as I'm walking in, there's portraits of Donald Trump and J.D. Vance leaning up against the wall on the floor because clearly they're about to be raised and elevated, put on the wall. Watch. So this literally just went up. Just this minute ago. Within the last 5 minutes, those, when I got here 5 minutes ago, were on the ground, and now they're on the wall. There you are, Mr. President, Mr. Vice President here. So there it is. That's the EOG part of it. And then I was invited to the big press conference between Prime Minister of India, Modi, and Donald Trump, and they did this presser. It's different when it's in the East Room. The East Room's inside the White House, right? So some of the press briefing room is between the Oval Office and the Staffer Building, EOG, Eisenhower Executive Office Building. The East Room is for the high-level dignitaries when the press conference is with them, and that's inside the White House. In this beautiful, ornate room. So I got in, I got this very special area, happened to be standing, Caitlin Collins was in the press, like, I don't know, roped off in the press. I was kind of standing near her. I was wondering if Trump was going to ask her a question or not. Anyway, take a look at the entrance.
Prime Minister of the Republic of India.
Yeah, there they are. And if you can see right in that shot right there, Stephen Miller, there's Stephen Chung, the comms director. Stephen Miller is the deputy chief of staff for policy, probably the most powerful person outside of Donald Trump in D.C. right now. That's Stephen on the right, Stephen Chung right behind him next to the heavier set gentleman. And next to Stephen on his left is Caroline Levitt, who's sitting right there. Dan Scavino is there. Taylor Budowich is also there. All the really close inner circle of Donald Trump were seated right up front, right there. And on the other side, the Indian contingency of all of Modi's senior staff, and then press was behind all of them. I was off to the side a little bit looking in. But I found it interesting. When they're done with their remarks, what happens is the press wants to ask a question. They want to get on camera, right? They all want to. And they go absolutely apoplectic. Trump, Mr. President. And they're like jumping up and down, doing whatever they can. And Trump, it's hysterical. I don't know if the cameras do it because I was inside there, but while these people are jumping around like monkeys, Trump goes like this. He'll literally go, his finger, he'll go, you. Pick someone out, and 5 people stand up and start talking, and he says, no, the one with the purple tie or the lady in the red dress or something. It's amazing. But take a look at this. I think it's just we saw Jackie Heinrich from Fox there. Caitlin was next to me. So all the top White House correspondents, reporters were there, but they're all jumping over each other to get a question from the president. And then one more on the way out. It's just kind of fun to watch the president leaving the room. Thank you. It was Dan Scavino right there. That's Dan right there. Good guy. Also a deputy chief of staff. So that was my day at the White House. Fantastic. We got our press pass, and what this means is I'll be heading up there if we get a big event. Another world leader comes, or I don't know, Elon Musk wants to talk about Doge with the president, do a presser. I'll head up there and we'll bring it to you, folks. That's the point is I'll get you the inside stuff. Have a great night. Have a great weekend. We have I think we have a special edition that we're going to post for you tomorrow, maybe. I'm not sure. I think we will. If not, see you Monday.